We saw him the last start. Here we go. Looking for the green flag for Mike Hilliard. They'll get it. Green flag is out, and we're underway. Schwab with a lot better start this time as he goes to the inside line. Cordray again at the outside line, but this time it's going to be Eddie Schwab Jr. who leads them going down the backstretch. Cordray in second. Houston Johnson, and here comes Greg Trulove racing outside of Houston Johnson, trying to take over third as they come by the start-finish line. He'll do it. Johnson again battles back to the inside. Trulove to the top sideline will slide into third. And a spin again down in turn number 2, able to keep it going, the 99 of John Hansen. Schwab still showing the way as they come by for lap number 2. 15-lap event, 13 to go for Eddie Schwab Jr., the legend out of St. Joseph, Missouri. Tommy Cordray with 11 feature wins this year. Cordray in the second spot, the number 5 car from Browning, Missouri. Greg Trulove in that third position. Now he's got Mike Taylor Jr. right behind him. Trulove the Bandit in the 47 car. Here comes Mike Taylor Jr. Side by side is now Cordray tries to put a line underneath of Eddie Schwab Jr. Couldn't do it through 3 and 4. Schwab's going to protect that inside line now as he knows Cordray is going to try to dish him out down there inside the corners at the low side line. So Schwab's protecting that inside line. Cordray is going to have to run the top side to get by Schwab. He's going to be able to get the win here tonight. A spin down in turns 3 and 4. Able to keep it going. Let's see if they're able to do it. Matthew Lance down there is stopped down in turn number 4. Comes the 99 of Hansen, barely missing the rest of the field behind him. Anybody could get the win. Here's the green flag, and we're back underway. 5 laps down with 10 to go. Schwab again protecting that inside line. Here comes Trulove to his outside. Greg Trulove to the lead. Down into turn number 3. Schwab takes back to the inside line as they go side by side for the lead. Trulove's going to try to pinch him down. He'll do it. It's Greg Trulove who will lead lap number 6. Trulove has just 9 laps to go. The Bandit himself comes out in turn number 2, showing the way down the backstretch. A pretty good lead, hoping for no more cautions. Down in 3 and 4, again, Trulove showing the way. Got by Schwab, and now is kind of checked out on Schwab. Schwab in the second position. Good battle for the third spot is Houston Johnson and Tommy Cordray. Houston Johnson goes the outside of Cordray. Now puts some pressure on Schwab. It's now Houston Johnson in third. Cordray in the 4th position. Here comes Mike Taylor Jr. as well as Bobby Penny in the 1-6 car. Meanwhile, Trulove running up front. He's got to pray there are no more caution flags in this race. A spin down, and just as we talked about it, there's a spin down in turn number 1. John Willard III with a spin down in turn number 1 brings the caution flag out on lap number 8. Not what Greg Trulove wanted. Out of turn 3, Trulove goes the high side, race down to the inside line. The green flag is out, and we are back underway. 8 laps down with 7 to go. Great start for Trulove. Takes the middle line, goes through. Schroep tries a little slide job down below. Houston Johnson is able to get by him. Here comes Bobby Penny moving the inside of Cordray. Trying to make the pass, can't do it. But up front, Greg Trulove, the Bandit, has the lead with 9 laps down. 6 laps remaining for Trulove. Looks like Chad Fuller is pulling to the infield. Apparently has a mechanical issue pulling off to the infield here at I-35 Speedway. Trulove still shows the way up front. 10 laps down with 5 to go. Trulove, Schwab, and Houston Johnson putting on a great battle. Schwab, and then Johnson tries a crossover move. Can't make it happen as Schwab shuts the door on Johnson. Bobby Penny now moves inside of Houston Johnson, trying to make that low line work to the inside of the 97. Cordray kind of slammed out of the top 4 as he comes down into turn number 1. Cordray's got Penny in front of him, still standing outside the top 4 in the 5th position. Wow, the 47 of Greg Trulove driving away from the field. 12 laps down with just 3 laps to go. Greg Trulove, a commanding lead through the corner. Bobby Penny trying to catch up to Eddie Schwab Jr. Now finds himself in 3rd. Houston Johnson back in 4th. Eddie Schwab Jr. in 2nd. Good battle back there between Penny and Johnson. Still up front, it's Greg Trulove through turns 1 and 2. Schwalp in second with Bobby Penny in the 1-6 car in third. Cordray in fourth, battling side by side with Houston Johnson, the 97 car. White flag, one more lap to go for Greg Trulove. Trulove through the corner out of turns 1 and 2. We'll just have a backstretch and 2 more corners to go. And the 947 car, here he comes. Out of 3, out of 4. Here comes the Bandit. He'll get the win as he comes out of turn number 4 with his hand in the air, followed by Schwalp, and then it looks like maybe Bobby Penny, and then Cordray as they were side by side at the line. Houston Johnson back in 5th, but how about a big hand for the Bandit himself, the 47 car out of Liberty, Missouri, Greg Trulove. There he is. Vehicle pulls off in the backstretch. Get ready to go to Green Flag Racing. 15-lap feature here for the USRA Outpace B-Mods. Daniel Harris, the inside of row number 1, hits the gas. The green flag is out, and we are underway. Hibner looks to his inside, can't get the pass. Looks right in the back of Hibner. Here comes the 88 car moving to his inside. Meanwhile, Blake Pierce to the outside line. We got a big battle up front as they come out of turn number 4. Daniel Harris will lead the first lap. Tyler Cadwalder and the 16 car Blake Pierce getting into each other going into turn number 1. Cadwalder on the inside of Pierce side by side for second. Through the corner we go. Out of turn number 4. Still showing the way, Daniel Harris in the 07 car. 66 of Ethan Isaacs now up into that top group as well. He'll slide into third. Now he'll have Blake Pierce to his outside, side by side for third. Cadwalder in second trying to hang on, but he's got a host of cars right on his tail as they come out of turn 4. Harris, Cadwalder, Isaacs, Pierce as they come through the corner. Randy Ainsworth right up in that group too. 88 car of Lonnie Hibner a little bit further back in the 5th spot. But Daniel Harris, boy, has he done a yeoman's job from the drop of the green flag, getting in front of this field, and so far staying at that low side line, staying in front of Cadwalder and Isaacs. Pierce also a very quick competitor right now back in the 4th spot, side by side for second as Isaacs looks to the outside, trying to move to the outside line. Can't be by Cadwalder. Now does it again to the outside line. Isaacs and Cadwalder side by side. Cadwalder hits the gas pedal and motors out back into the 2nd spot, but Isaacs is not done. He's going to come back to the outside again. Isaacs and Cadwalder still side by side fighting for second. Great battle for second behind Daniel Harris.
Get out of the way!
Cadwalder and Isaac side by side. Through the corner they go out of turn number 4. Isaacs to the top side of it. A car spinning down in turn number 2. Everybody's splitting around him as a car spins down in turn number 2. Cadwalder just hits the brakes and stops to avoid contact. Takes him down out of turn number 3, out of 4. Isaacs trying to take a peek down the inside. Doesn't make the pass. Here they go. Green flag is out and we're underway. 7 laps down with 8 to go. Harris trying to hold off Isaacs to the inside line. Cadwalder goes to the top side. Everybody, here comes Isaacs to the outside of Daniel Harris, side by side for the lead. Harris is going to hold him off on the inside line. Cadwalder now will challenge Isaacs. Todd Luke pulls off the track in the 2T, who spun just a moment or two ago. Isaacs moves to the outside of Harris, trying to make the pass to the outside. He'll do it. Isaacs now to the lead as they go into turn number 3. Here comes Harris battling back to the inside. Side by side for the lead, out of 4. It's going to be Isaacs who will lead, followed by Harris and Cadwalder. Cadwalder now looking to the inside of Daniel Harris. He'll make the pass on Harris to the inside line, but Harris right on his bumper down the backstretch to the outside of Cadwalder. Isaacs with the lead, Harris in second, Cadwalder in third, side by side still for second. Now Cadwalder definitely slides into that spot as the caution flag comes out for a spin down in turn number 2. Green flag is out and the race is on. Here we go. Ethan Isaacs, your leader, down into turn number 1. Cadwalder looks to his inside. Can't make the pass. Nearly 3 and 4 wide through the corner. At least 3 wide as Ainsworth down in there trying to move past Blake Pierce. He's got Hibner to his outside. Pierce is outside. Here they go out of turn number 4. Ethan Isaacs followed by Cadwalder and Harris. Pierce. Ben Stockton making his way up now into the top 5. Here comes Stockton. The caution flag comes out on the Speedway. Green flag restart, again with 5 laps remaining. Next up, the American Racer Stock Cars and the USRA Modifies to finish out the night. Isaacs goes to the high side, looking for the start. Here we go. At a turn 4, hit the gas, and we're back underway. Isaacs, Cadwalder, Harris as they race down into the corner. Harris takes the high side. Cadwalder trying to look at the inside. Can't make the pass. Harris goes a little high. He'll have Pierce to his inside. Got a little bumper tag going on through that corner as well as Ben Stockton trying to make his way past Pierce. Randy Ainsworth right on his tail as they come by to complete the next lap. 4 laps to go. Isaac still showing the way. Cadwalder, your nearest competitor in second. Stockton now moves up into 4th. How about Ben Stockton in that 4th spot? Moves inside the top 5. Pierce right on his bumper still. Now Stockton clearly into the top 4 as he comes by the start-finish line. Daniel Harris now gets Stockton to his inside. Stockton will rise to the 3rd position coming out of turn number 2. Ben Stockton up to 3rd. Harris right on his bumper. They'll have 2 laps to go this time by. Ethan Isaacs, your leader, followed by Tyler Cadwalder. Ben Stockton and that 07 of Daniel Harris. Pierce as they come by this time. Isaacs definitely not wanting the caution flag to come out anytime soon as they race down out of turn number 4. Isaacs looks at the white flag. 1 more lap to go for the 66 of Ethan Isaacs. Isaacs comfortably out of turn number 2 down the backstretch. Cadwalder a distant 2nd. Stockton in 3rd. Here he comes out of turn number 4. It's going to be Ethan Isaacs who will get the win. Followed by Cadwalder. Stockton in 3rd. A race from the back of the pack. Daniel Harris in 4th. Hibner and Sears as they come to the line. Boy, what a great race that was. How about a big hand for the driver, the number 66 USRA Outpace B-Mod, Ethan Isaacs. As the USRA American Racer Stock Cars come out of turn number 3 and out of turn number 4, looking for the green flag 15-lap feature event as they come out of 4. The green flag is out and we are underway. Neely to the inside. Dixon goes to the high side and a spin in the middle of the field. And David Davis down there. And also Chris Bernard getting together down in turn number 2. Number 4, Travis Neely and Jeff Dixon on row number 1. They hit the gas and we are underway. Side by side, Neely tries to get the position for the lead. Here comes Jeff Dixon back to his outside. Neely and Dixon side by side for the lead down in turn number 3. Still side by side as Sauter takes the high line towards the back of the field. A rooster tail of dirt coming up behind him. Caution flag comes out on the track here at I-30. Here they come slowly through turn 3, looking for the green flag restart out of turn number 4. The green flag is out and we are back underway. Neely again, your leader, going down into turn number 1, goes a little bit higher. Dixon looks to the inside line. David Davis right up in that group as well in the 22 car. Sauter with some smoke coming out back of the 83 as he headed down the backstretch out of turn number 2. He's got Bernard to his outside at the back of the pack. Meanwhile, up front, it's going to be Neely who leads the lap number 2, followed by Dixon. Dixon taking that high side line. Neely and Dixon side by side. Here comes Jeff Dixon to the outside, and Jeff Dixon to the lead. Dixon takes the lead, shooting like a gun out of turn number 2. Fires himself, and Davis spins in turn number 4, and Bradley collects him. Bernard collects David Davis down there. You can see side groove as he comes through the corner of the cushion, looking for the green flag restart. They'll get it. 2 laps down in this 15-lap feature event. Again, here comes Dixon to the high side. I'll try that line again. Here comes Stiegel to the inside of Dixon. Little pressure there. Dixon again to the high side line. He'll take it. Dixon and Neely side by side for the lead out of turns 3 and out of 4. Dixon will try to shoot down the inside line as David Davis spins again in turn number 4. Davis keeps it running as Dixon now looks to the inside line, trying to take a pass on Neely. He'll get it. Neely gets passed by Dixon here on lap number 2 down the backstretch and into turn 3. Neely tries really going low through the corner, tries to shave off that distance, can't do it, as now Dixon and Neely will run those different lines. Neely the inside line, Dixon the high side cushion, as again Dixon leads them coming out of turn number 2. Definitely see 2 distinct driving styles as Neely tries that inside line. Dixon running the high side cushion that he's so famous for and made that work to get that championship last year here at I-35 Speedway. Again, Neely trying the low side line, drifts up, but Dixon in front of him by about a car length and a half, and now Dixon stretches that out to about 2 or 3 car lengths coming through turns 3 and 4. Jeff Dixon with 4 feature wins on the season, looking for one for the thumb tonight here at I-35 Speedway. 6 laps down with 9 to go. Dixon again running that high side with Neely in the low end coming through out of the corner. Neely been so successful running that line where he likes to run that low side, then drift up coming out of turn number 2. Really stopped Dixon a few times from getting by him, but Dixon kind of learned the line and definitely figured it out, and he's got the lead by about 3 or 4 car lengths over Neely as they come by to complete the next lap. It'll be lap number 8. We're just past the halfway point here at I-35 Speedway in the USRA American Racers Stock Cars. Field spreads itself out a little bit between first, second, third, and fourth, going down out of turn number 3 and out of turn number 4. Second place driver Travis Neely spins down in turn number 3 out of 4. Finds himself now a third place driver behind the S20 of Gene Stiegel. Meanwhile, Dixon, your lone occupant, up front by another zip code as he comes down to the start-finish line. Dixon with just 5 laps to go. Our final feature coming up, the USRA Modified 20-lap feature event to conclude the evening. Dixon slings it out at turn number 4. Lap number 11, 4 laps to go for Jeff Dixon. Dixon down out of turn number 2, down the backstretch into turn number 3. Track slicking off a bit. You can see how dark it's getting around the surface here in both corners, or both ends of the track in the corners, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 as well. Dixon now with just 3 laps remaining. As that track gets darker, it does get a little bit slicker. It gets to the point where now the rubber starts to take a hold of the track as well. 2 laps to go for Jeff Dixon, this time by. Stiegel comes by, followed by Neely and Bernard. Jeff Dixon, here he comes out of turn 3, out of 4. Mike Hilliard gives him the white flag. 1 more lap to go for Jeff Dixon. Dixon, your points leader right now in the American Racers Stock Cars here at I-35 Speedway. Out of turn number 2, looking very confident down the backstretch. And at turn number 3, out of 4, looks like we got a spinner right in front of Dixon. Down out of 4, here we come. It's going to be Jeff Dixon who will get the win. Chris Barnard nearly collected Dixon. Here comes Stiegel in the second spot, followed by Neely and Bernard at the back of the field. How about a big hand for Jeff Dixon, who gets win number 5, 1 for the thumb here tonight at I-35 Speedway. flag, it looks like this time by as USA Modifieds look forward out of turn number 4. Tyler Hibner, Dennis Elliott, row 1. The green flag is out and we're underway. Zach Sanders tried to look to the inside of Hibner, couldn't get the line, and here they go. Peyton Phillips running the group. Ed Knoll, 3 wide as they go down. Looks like the Indy 500. Going down out of turn number 2. Wow. 2 rows of 3x3. Going down in the corner, Dennis Elliott, your leader. Zach Sanders moves to the inside of Hibner. He'll move into second. Sanders, Hibner now moves back to the outside. Dennis Elliott, your leader down into turn number 1. Zach Sanders running that low side line. Peyton Phillips right on his tail. Hibner to the outside. Tyler Hibner. Tyler Hibner and Zach Sanders side by side, still for second place as they come by to complete lap number 3. Dennis Elliott all by himself running up front, who got the win earlier here tonight in the makeup feature, looking for 2 in 1 night here at I-35. Quickly 3 laps down for Dennis Elliott running up front, still side by side. Hibner and Sanders lap after lap for second place. Peyton Phillips, and now it looks like Austin Johnson able to move up into third, maybe into fourth. Is that battle taking place between he and Peyton Phillips? Right behind them, it's Ed Knoll in the 15 car. All by himself up front, the 29 of Dennis Elliott. Ed Knoll goes a little bit high this time by. Looks like Lee Hibner and Ed Knoll going to go side by side. Everybody side by side behind the leader. Side by side, they go 2 by 2 down the backstretch. It looks like Tyler Hibner again moves into second. Zach Sanders answers back again to the inside line. Now Hibner is able to take that position, but again, here comes Sanders back to his inside. Side by side again between Hibner and Sanders. Boy, lap after lap, how can they keep doing it? Dennis Elliott running the high side groove, but he has turned into the High Plains Drifter here at I-35 Speedway. Elliott, known for running the low side line, is really liking the high side groove and as he takes it out at turn number 2. Elliott really made his money in that. Doing so well last year, running that low side line, is definitely liking the high side here tonight. Elliott out of turn number 2, 9 laps down. We're nearly halfway. It'll be halfway home this time by as Dennis Elliott still showing the way up front. Elliott runs by, and here we go. We're halfway home, 10 laps down with 10 laps remaining. Again, Hibner and Sanders, what an epic battle for second as they continue running side by side. Lee Hibner and also Austin Johnson putting on a great battle as well. Up front, all by himself, it's Dennis Elliott. Boy, what a great job he's done this entire evening. I don't think he's looked at the back of any racing machine as he has been up front nearly all night long here at I-35 Speedway. 12 laps down with 8 to go. Elliott confidently takes the car around the track. You can see the track slicking off a little bit as it gets slippier, little slipperier. Can't say the word. As they go through the corners here at I-35 Speedway. Elliott pretty much, as he was talked about in his zip code, by himself. Running up front, Lee Hibner trying again to get past Austin Johnson. Those two battling back and forth, side by side, back for the 4th and 5th position. Dennis Elliott still running up front all alone. Zach Sanders and now Tyler Hibner sliding into the 2nd spot. It's Sanders now comfortably in 3rd as now Austin Johnson moves up into 4th. He's got Lee Hibner still to his inside as they come through turn number 3 and out of turn 4. Dennis Elliott at the same time is racing his way out of turn number 2. Goes a little bit higher that time. Elliott really took the high side line, drifted up through the middle of turns 1 and 2, and took the high side as he came out of turn 2 that time. I think a little bit higher than he's used to there through that corner so far this night. So apparently that's where the car is working right now. Takes a little bit lower line this time by. 4 laps remaining. Lee Hebner gets inside of Zach Sanders now and tries to move into third. Sanders will battle back to the outside, still side by side. Again, Dennis Elliott now with 3 laps to go. Lee Hebner, the man on the move through the pack as he's up into third. Zach Sanders in fourth. Peyton Phillips and Austin Johnson back in that group. It'll be 2 laps to go this time by for Dennis Elliott. Elliott from Mount Ayr, Iowa, looking for 2 wins in a row tonight. Elliott down the backstretch. Out of turn number 4. He already has his 5th win, looking for win number 6 this season. He's got one earlier this evening in that makeup feature. He's got just a backstretch and 2 corners to go. Here he comes out of turn number 3, out of turn number 4, from Mount Ayr, Iowa to Winston, Missouri. It's going to be Dennis Elliott who gets win number 6. 2 wins tonight. Followed by the 89 of Tyler Hebner. As they came to the line, Lee Hebner, Austin Johnson, Zach Sanders, Peyton Phillips as they came through the group. And how about a big hand for the driver in the number 29, Dennis Elliott, your winner of the USRA Modifieds here tonight at I-35 Speedway.